Yeah, Steelers Titans, man. Steelers Titans, man. Who you got? Who you got? I'm gonna I'm gonna preface my comments by saying I'm not sold on the Steelers, but with that being said, Tennessee had their offensive line has been carving up defenses for the last 3 weeks. Derrick Henry has become a man child. You realize he's you want to go in fantasy, he might go for a buck 89. 200. I don't know. So he's starting to warm up. We've seen Tennessee later in the year. This is about attrition. A lot of these DBs. He's big. I don't know if you saw the stiff arm against who's the guy? It wasn't Jalen Ramsey. It was the Josh Norman. Yeah, he just threw him like a rag doll. He threw him like a rag doll. But and in the Steelers defense, it's going to be an interesting matchup because the Steelers defense have been getting pressure. But yeah, they've been stopping the run, and their defense seems formidable. Um, I don't know. I just think Mike Vrabel is going to have these boys ready to play. I think Big Ben will face some pressure this week. And as close as I think, this type of game will be, and who it is come down to the trenches. It comes down to that offensive line from Tennessee and that front seven from Pittsburgh, and that grind, that battle right there, the war of an inch. But for this game, for me, I'm gonna go with Tennessee. I think Tennessee is just a better team. I know Tannehill's been playing well, and when you combine Tannehill and Derrick Henry, they're certainly championship caliber type of team. I wouldn't be surprised if Tennessee rolled up a Super Bowl with Derrick Henry at the helm. I mean, you just cannot stop this guy. He's bigger, stronger than you are. They don't want to hit him. You saw Josh Norman go up against him. Josh Norman is not a small corner. He plays physical. He just looked like a little kid amongst Derrick Henry. And so for those reasons, I think Mike Vrabel will dial up a scheme. He'll dial up a scheme to stop the run and force Big Ben to pass that ball, keep Big Ben in that pocket and collapse it and move the pocket, put pressure going up the middle, move that pocket a little bit, just enough where Big Ben can't step into his throws. I'm not sold on Claypool. I know they won. And last week I picked the Browns to beat them, but the Browns is who we thought they were, and I think Tennessee is who we think they are. So, for me, I got Tennessee. Tannehill is playing well. I mean, he's not going to get 400. He's not Russell Wilson. He is the guy, and I don't want to say game manager, but he's the guy that's going to put pressure on that defense because Derrick Henry is a man child. And I got him going deep into the playoffs. And if you look at what happened and in your power rankings, you got what they've been doing the last few weeks, running that football, grinding up those yards, giving it to Derrick Henry, working the play action, taking their chunks down the field, and it's working. And so I know last week was a bit of a scare. They survived an overtime kind of scare, and Mike Vrabel was praised as going challenging his inner Belichickian Belichick philosophy, and he just gave him the first down versus because they were gonna get the first down and then take 40 seconds off the clock, and they needed those 40 seconds to pull out that win. So hats off to Mike Vrabel. I think this will come down to Mike Tomlin and Vrabel. And we kind of seen Mike Tomlin shrink when he faced these elite type coaches. And Mike Vrabel seems to be one of those elite type coaches. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw him in the Super Bowl. He's got that team ready to go. I'm going to go Tennessee. Now, the problem with this game is both teams are good, right? And then, Steelers defense seemed like, man, they might be one of the best. So certainly you look at the Bears. I'm not going to put the Bucks in there, but if you look at the Bears, you look at Tennessee, the Steelers, those look like the two best defenses in the league. But no one's going, it's hard to say, well, we're going to go 8-0, 9-0, 10-0, whatever. But in this situation, I'm going with Tennessee, man. Look for Tannehill to save the day on some type of weird play. But Derrick Henry, this offensive line has been in front of everybody, and they're carving them up. Barbecue chicken, as Shaq would say. All right, man. I'm on Instagram, Best Podcast 2020. Follow me there.